Oh, okay. I've got my hair in a side parting because that is the only way my fringe was cooperating today. If it looks a bit shit, excuse it. Today I really just wanted to sit down and have a chat about life after university and being a graduate as such. I get so many questions on everything that I'm doing now, what I'm up to now that I've graduated. I have no plan for this video. I have no sections that I want to cover. I just thought it'd be best to just talk at a camera and hope that I get everything out that I wanted to say and just think of everything that comes to mind first. Going through education, you've always had the next step. So you go into year 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like there's always been something after it, and uni is the point where there's not really anything after it. You have to fend for yourself, find a job and just go for it. And I think that is the weird part and the part that no one really prepares you for. Even at university, people don't talk about life after university. You only talk about what's going on at the moment. And yeah, I think people can feel a little bit lost when they finish. So I finished in March, I think, March, April time, and I graduated in July. And from March to July, I managed to get myself a job, which was absolutely brilliant, but something that kind of just came about. I wasn't fully looking for a job, I wouldn't say, because obviously it's like your last summer ever that you get off, and you don't work through the summer, but I still ended up working through the summer, if that makes any sense. So obviously, as you know, in third year I set up Peace Social Management as my last year kind of project as such. It was a final major project, but I knew I wanted to do something within my final major project that set me up for after I graduated, and it was something that I could carry on and go through with. So obviously I have that, which is social media management and marketing, and that's exactly the industry that I want to go into. At the time I thought, yeah, that's exactly the industry I want to go into, but I'd never had really any experience apart from myself going into it. I've obviously got my YouTube and all of my social media, and that's kind of the only thing that I had to really go off. But now that I have a job within the industry, I definitely know 1010% that that is what I want to go into. Obviously I have Peace Social Management. That is a business that is running. I am doing that now that I finished university, and that was always my aim, to carry on whatever I started in third year to do as a business. Obviously things change and different ideas happen, and it can change a bit, that's fine, but that, you know, I wanted to create something that I know that I'd wanted to go forward with and carry on. So I do that, of course. I also do my YouTube channel. YouTube has always been a hobby for me. It's always something that I found to do and kind of take away from any other stresses in life and my work. It's always something that I do. I just sit down in front of a camera like I'm doing now. I come to edit it, I upload it, and it's great, and it's something that I find interesting. However, I do get paid for my YouTube, yes. I don't get heaps from it at all. I'm not one of these YouTubers that gets thousands and thousands and thousands per video, but I do get paid for it, and I do sponsored videos, and I do work with brands, and I do ads, and I get money from my views. I get money per month anyway from doing YouTube. And it's funny because recently I've had a lot of people ask me about it, and I think it's because I've been doing it consistently and taking it more seriously now that I've finished university, because it's always something that I've loved doing, but with my studies it was quite difficult to... I've scratched my mole. It really stung. Ow, 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 ow. Obviously with studies and things, it was always something that was kind of put to the side because I needed to focus on university, but now I want to really focus on my YouTube as well as all the other stuff that I'm doing, and I've just found that you have to just make time for it. That is the only way that I'm gonna do it. Yeah, when people ask recently about my YouTube, they always ask without fail, do you get paid for it? Me just speaking to a camera and not getting anything from it apart from uploading on a platform and having, you know, subscribers. People find that really weird, and if people have had something to say, although I've learned to just not care what anyone thinks, but if they do have anything to say, you know, that's always a part of it. They think it's a bit weird. But as soon as I say to them, yeah, I do get paid from it, it becomes this amazing and really cool thing, and wow, that's so cool what you're doing and blah blah blah. But I actually started a channel back in year 9 when it was kind of, you know, just becoming a thing really, and I stopped doing it because I got the mick taken out of me, basically, the piss taken out of me, whatever you want to say, by a group of girls. And I remember this group of girls going to a sleepover, all posing for a picture with a laptop screen and my channel on it, and they posted it on Facebook and they took the mick. And honestly, I can't I remember back to it, and I actually can't, you know when you forget things happen and then you think about it and you thought, shit, yeah, that really did happen, they actually did that. And I can't believe it, because they were just mocking me and it was really horrible. And it's funny because one of the girls that was in the picture actually is trying to be a fashion blogger now, so it's, you know, it's funny. It all comes around in circles and you've just got to take everything with a pinch of salt, and I could not care less anymore what anyone thinks about what I'm doing, because I'm enjoying myself and that's all that really matters. I get that question a lot with YouTube is, you know, will people take the mick out of me? What if they do? So what? That's the attitude that I've learnt to have. You just have to just get on with it. But now I've been consistent, I'm doing it, and obviously I've hit over 10k and whatnot. I'm getting paid to do stuff and I get paid to do YouTube, and I think it's great. It's just something on the side. Something that I've really learned is that you have to be doing something and have something else going on the side if you want to become successful. So that is what I'm doing. I have loads of different things that I'm doing. So obviously P Social Management and my YouTube, and then I also work part-time at Weekend Inn in Bristol, which is essentially kind of what my business is all about. It does social media management and that is what I do there, but Olivia's business focused on events and creating events with brands and things, and influencer marketing. That is the thing that she specialises in and that she's known for. Weekend Inn was always a brand throughout my 3rd year of university that I looked up to and aspired to be like, and I followed it all throughout of that, and I followed it ever since, obviously. And from following it, I saw that Olivia posted a Instagram story, I think it was, advertising that they were hiring and that they were looking for a social media assistant. That's exactly the job that I'd spent all my time looking for, because people always said if you want to get into social media and marketing, you need to go in at a social media assistant level and work your way up. So as soon as she posted that, I jumped straight on it, and it is a job that I honestly love. Like, I go to work, you know, like I always think back to my retail days. I would dread, like I dread the night before going in the next day. I dread getting up and going in. I'd be kind of alright when I get there, but then you lag during the day. Like, I don't dread going to work anymore, and I think that's how I know that's exactly the industry that I want to be in. I love it. There's 3 of us, including Olivia. We all work together on Weekend Inn and it's really great. The office is really, really cute. It's just a lovely place to be, and I absolutely love the work that I do there. So that's how I think I know the exact industry that I want to go into, because it doesn't feel like work to me. It doesn't feel like I'm, you know, slogging away at a job. I just really enjoy it. So a mixture of my own business, P Social Management, YouTube and Olivia, to have my like monthly income is perfect, and it works so well for me because I'm constantly interested. And so that's kind of what I'm doing as a graduate. I get a lot from people that when you come out of uni, you are so expected to get into a job straight away, or even do work experience, because sometimes you can't just jump into jobs once you've graduated from university. Like, you're expected to get into full-time work and find your dream job, but a lot of places, even though you have a degree, will not take you on because you don't have experience in the industry. And it's just hilarious. You go to university to get this degree to have experience, but you haven't had experience when it comes to trying to find a job. And so it's so difficult for graduates, and I know a lot of people that I went to university with still don't have jobs that at all, like just hands down don't have a job, or they don't have jobs or their dream job that they really want to work in because they have to get experience elsewhere, or they just, you know, they can't afford to not be having any sort of work, so they just jump into something that is going to give them a monthly income. And that's the part of uni that is really shit, to be honest. Like, they don't prepare you for going into the big world as such. You have work experience, yes, but it's so quick, and so, like, my university never really supported us with choosing what work experience we could get, or offering us anything really. Like, it was always stuff within the uni, and it wasn't like these big places where you could commute and go somewhere, and it just didn't really set you up. Like, it just wasn't really well thought out. I hope they changed that kind of unit of the year, because work experience could really help someone. And I was lucky enough to do social media management for a magazine within the uni, so that was my work experience in that, which helped me a lot for sure, but I don't know, unis just don't really set you up with that, and that's something that I think a lot of people struggle with. I just wanted to kind of update you guys on that, I suppose, because I get a lot of questions about it, just about how people think that I've like got my shit together, and let me just tell you, I do not have my shit together at all. Like, my boyfriend can vouch for that completely, because I have meltdowns weekly, I swear. I panic so much about being successful, and I think that's such a thing that's, you know, portrayed in society as something you really have to do in life, is be successful, and my god, I really want to be successful. But reality is, I'm not going to finish uni within 4 months, be a successful 21-year-old. It's not going to happen. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, and that's just something that I think as graduates you are told you have to jump straight out there, be successful, get your dream job, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen. You have to really graft and work hard at it, and that's something that I have come to realise. I've gone to university. I'm meant to feel really confident within my industry, and actually it's just made me into a right wet bag. It really has. Like, I cry, I'm emotional, I panic so much, I get stressed. All because I think it's been drilled into me that I need to get my dream job, and I need to be successful, and I need to earn this amount a month, and it's bad if I undercharge. I've just realised you just have to go through it, make mistakes, and just learn yourself, and, you know, pick other people's brains that you know for their knowledge and people who have been through it. I found a few ways to kind of help myself cope and learn and everything. My first one is to get experience in the industry you want to get experience in. I have these questions a lot, but you can easily do like 2 weeks or 3 weeks work experience somewhere and really get a good idea for exactly what you want to do. So within marketing you could do like social media management, copywriting, content creating, graphic design. There's so many different sectors within marketing as a whole. You need to kind of understand what you like, and now I know I understand that I love social media management. Second one that's helped me so much is just following similar accounts of what I aspire to be on Instagram and seeing what they're doing in their day-to-day life. You can follow them on stories, you can follow their blog, their website, their Instagram, and just see what they're up to, the kind of stuff that they're posting. I follow so many of the same kind of businesses on my Instagram because that's just what I love to look at, and it motivates me to work harder. Joining different communities like that and business communities can really help. They're all over Facebook, or they have specific like websites and monthly subscriptions that you can sign up to, but that's really helped me a lot kind of, you know, in freelance work from home life, because it can get really lonely and then you don't really have any colleagues or anyone to turn to for advice. So I find those really, really helpful. My third one is just speaking to people. Honestly, like half the things that I have got in my life have been word of mouth and through people. Word of mouth is massive, and that's always the one thing that I've heard from small businesses, is that the best way that they grow is through networking at events or word of mouth. So just put yourself out there, even if it's to like your auntie or your uncle. You never know who they might know, or it might come up in conversation that they speak to someone that someone needs their social media managing or whatever it is, or marketing, and then they can recommend you, and it just all flows through word of mouth. Whatever that may be, if you know exactly what industry you want to go into, or if you're even just looking for a job, if you just let people know that you are not currently employed and you're looking for work, that could help you as well through word of mouth. So word of mouth has definitely been a big one for me. I have no idea what this video is or if it made any sense, but I kind of just wanted to talk about my life as a graduate, what I'm up to at the moment, and just to let everyone know that it's okay to not have a clue and not have your shit together 4 months after you graduate from uni, because I feel like it is just totally drilled into us that we need to be successful, and we need to do this, and we need to get a job, and it needs to be our dream job, and we need to be paid like really well, that you kind of lose touch with reality a bit, and you just are aspiring to all these things because that's what you've been told you deserve and you should get. But actually you just need to make mistakes and grow as a person, and kind of just bumble along by yourself and just learn. It's okay to be like that. It's okay to not really know what's going on. Trust me, I have no idea what's going on some days. It's just made me more chilled out and a more relaxed person, because I think after uni I was a mess, like stressed, full on stress, that I needed to get a job and I needed to do this because I didn't know what was going to happen and I had no income. And yeah, just please, if you take one thing from this video and you are a graduate and you've just graduated this year or you're going to be graduating next year, please don't panic. Don't panic that you don't have your shit together. Enjoy your summer and something will just come up. This was a very random video. Like I said, don't know if it made any sense, but I will be back next week with a fashion video that is sure to make more sense than my stressed little self just, you know, word vomiting about graduate life. Bye.